You walk into a quiet museum. Ancient artifacts surround you. Behind glass stands a 4,000-year-old Egyptian statue, untouched for centuries. But at night, it moves. The museum sets up cameras. They expect nothing. What they find? A statue rotating on its own. No visitors. No staff. No tricks. This is the true story of Neb-Senu, the statue that shouldn't move, but did. In 2013, the Manchester Museum in England noticed something strange. One staff member saw that a small ancient statue had shifted its position inside its glass case. Thinking someone accidentally moved it, they turned it back. The next day, it had moved again. To be sure, they marked its position with chalk. And then they filmed it. In time-lapse footage, the statue slowly rotates nearly 180 degrees over hours while the museum is closed. Staff were stunned. No one had entered. The case was sealed. The footage made headlines worldwide. The figure is just 10 inches tall, made of serpentine stone. But its history, massive. It dates back to around 1800 BCE, from the 12th dynasty of Egypt. It represents a man named Neb-Senu, possibly a priest or a court official. And here's the key detail. These statues were designed to hold the soul of the deceased. If the body was damaged or destroyed, the spirit could live in the statue instead. In essence, the object was meant to be a backup body. Physicist Brian Cox suggested that the statue was rotating due to microvibrations, from visitors walking nearby or traffic outside. But then, why didn't the other statues move? Why did this one rotate only during the day and stop at night? Researchers tried isolating it. They placed it on different surfaces, rubber, foam, even cotton, and it stopped moving. But as soon as it returned to its usual glass shelf, it rotated again. Some chalked it up to weight distribution, shape, friction. Others, not so sure. The movements weren't random. The statue rotated to the same position every time, facing the doors as if watching visitors enter. Some said it was facing the sun, honoring an ancient Egyptian tradition. Others noticed that it only moved when certain people walked past. One night, museum staff reported hearing a soft knocking from the glass case. When they checked the cameras, nothing, but the statue had rotated again. A few staff members refused to be in the room alone after closing hours. This isn't the only case. Around the world, museums have reported unexplainable events involving ancient relics. In Italy, a mummy's display lights would flicker only when no one was around. In Berlin, a statue of Batet cracked from the inside out without any physical damage. In New York, museum guards said they saw reflections that didn't match any objects in the room. All of these artifacts share one thing. They were not meant to be seen. They were created for rituals, burial chambers, and gods. We removed them, put them in glass boxes, and maybe, just maybe, something inside remembers. Today, the statue of Neb-Senu remains in the Manchester Museum. It no longer rotates, but whether the mystery is solved or simply sleeping, no one can say, because sometimes the past doesn't stay in the past, and some statues were never meant to stay still.